Hello again guys, welcome back to the channel with Race Week 2 about to start. We are just finished the practice 1 in Jeddah and now we are going to see what picks we can take for our 3 teams, what changes we should do, if there are of course any changes that we should do. As you know, I've already created a video on which teams you should pick for the Race Week 2, but now it's practice 1 done, so let's see if we are about to do some changes. Also, the F1 Fantasy, they've managed to, as you see, to reduce and to up the prices of some drivers. So we are going to talk about the budget, which drivers you should keep in your team to raise their value eventually, and which drivers you should remove from your team. Okay, so from practice 1, if you watch practice 1, you should know that Max was insanely fast on the hard tire. I mean, insanely fast. This result here, his second, he did this result on hard compound. Everyone else time was on soft compound. And Leclerc actually, when he did his fastest lap with this time, one of the Mercedes, I think it was Hamilton, gave him a very good tow. He was just behind Hamilton on the start-finish straight, and he got a very good tow from Hamilton. So if this didn't happen, Leclerc would have still would have been behind Verstappen with soft tires and Max on hard tires. So I am for sure not taking out Max. I mean, I'm pretty sure that the Red Bull actually came out with a statement that they know what was the issue in Bahrain with both car engines and batteries. They fixed it. They've worked, all of their mechanics were been working night and day to fix it. It should be fixed now. Hopefully, of course, and I do trust that Red Bull's car is going to finish the race, and I'm pretty confident that Max is going to be at first place. I said in previous video, this is Max track. I mean, this is kind of circuits that he loves to drive in. It's fast, it's dangerous, it's fast corners. It's all about Max on this race. I'm not biased. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a huge fan of Red Bull, of Max Verstappen, or anything like that. But yeah, for sure, Max is going to be my main driver for this race. Okay, so Ferrari was like Charles Leclerc in the practice 1. He made 3 mistakes on one same turn. It was a turn 18 where it's a chicane, it's a fast right left chicane. He made 3 mistakes out of like 6-7 laps. Carlos Sainz made 2 mistakes there, and Carlos Sainz made a few mistakes on the last turn before the start finish straight, and they were looking like, I mean, of course they are fast, the Ferraris are very fast, but they didn't look that stable like the Red Bull or the AlphaTauri. The Red Bull and the AlphaTauri were like, they seemed like to be very stable on this track. So about the Ferraris, I mean, this is a huge gamble if this is going to stay Carlos Sainz as my turbo driver. This I'm going to make another video tomorrow after all of the practices are done. But if Carlos Sainz, Charles Leclerc don't come up with like very quick times, no mistakes whatsoever, yeah, I'm either going to pick Charles and change Sainz, or I'm going to stick with Sainz. But if they don't actually manage to finish more and more stable laps, fast laps, I'm for sure going to make some change. I don't know what change I'm going to make still. For now, I'm going to keep Carlos Sainz as he finished 4th. His fastest time was 4th. And for sure, I'm going to keep Valtteri Bottas. I mean, look at that. He made insanely quick lap with that Alpha. I never believed that Valtteri is going to set such times in Alpha. I always was thinking like he's going to fight for 10th place or something like that. But he is driving very well in the Alpha. And he feels comfortable in the Alpha. So those three are going to stay. Esteban. Esteban is like a regular driver that is going to finish in top 8. I mean, this is Esteban. He was driving good. He's in front of Hamilton. Russell is like, look at where is Russell after the first practice. The Mercedes took a gamble actually. They put a smaller rear wing on the Hamilton's car. They were like experimenting something, I don't know what, but it didn't came out right. So I'm not a big fan of Mercedes considering their price. I don't think I'm going to pick them in my first team, either of the Mercedes. I think they're struggling. I mean, it's Mercedes. They've shown that they're a great constructor over the last 7 years. But I do believe that they're struggling this year, in the beginning of this year at least. So I'm not going to pick Mercedes in my first team. Okay. So as I said, Verstappen, Sainz and Bottas are going to stay in my team. Ocon is going to stay in my team. And here is the tricky part. Kevin's car was having a hydraulic leak and he didn't make a single lap in practice 1. He never ever raced in this track, or even he never actually made a simple lap over this track with the F1 car. So I mean he's like very cheap option, but I don't believe that Kevin is going to make it in points. But I'm not sure. Like I said, I won't change anything else from here. Maybe I'm going to change the constructor, but let's see tomorrow what happens tomorrow. I'm going to leave it like that. I made this video just to give you more information after practice 1, what happened if you didn't watch practice 1. Here is Kevin. He didn't set any time. Like I said, Mick Schumacher was 19th or last. Let's say it's last because K-Mac didn't make any time. But what we can state for sure is not worth to take is Williams. It's not worth to take Aston Martin, and the McLarens were like not that good again. I mean, not that good is understatement. They were bad. Danny Rick made faster time than Wandu, but still like out of top 10. So what you should take in consideration in Raceweek 2 is those two, Gasly and Tsunoda. I mean, Honda's engine was looking very sharp on this track, like I said. Tsunoda actually made the record of the first sector, and I mean, Tsunoda is quite tricky because he's not so consistent driver, and this track is very like. I mean, for sure there is going to be at least yellow flag. I mean, I'm pretty sure about there is going to be a red flag, but it's very likely Tsunoda to do something stupid. I mean, I've said this in previous video. On his day, Tsunoda is very talented, very good, very fast. If he feels the car, he drives insanely good. But on the other day, if this race don't, he's not vibing this race. I mean, he start doing something stupid moves and hit DNFs in some mode. That's happened like a few times in the previous season. So he is very tricky. If you want to pick Tsunoda, you should think about that he is probably going to do something like stupid. But Gasly, we know that the last race he got his car on fire. I mean, it's not exactly he that got it on fire. The car actually broke. But he was like 8, I believe, when the car broke. So he finished 5th in the first practice, and Gasly is a nice option here. And what I'm thinking eventually after watching the tomorrow's practice is to remove Ferrari as a constructor, to add Gasly over Magnussen, and to pick a cheaper constructor. This is reasonable. So for now, I'm not going to experiment and do change any changes here. Let me see if you see actually my third team. Give me a second. I want you to see my team here. Yeah. Now you see my 3 teams. Tomorrow we are about to do some changes. I'm pretty sure that I'm going to remove the Ferrari and add a cheaper constructor like Alpine or something like that. But see you tomorrow, guys. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss tomorrow's video after the practice 2 and practice 3. Keep track on the channel as you don't want to miss any information, any tip I'm going to give you, because I watch like every practice. I do catch all of the mistakes. I do catch which driver is looking sharp, is looking fast. So subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment on anything. I mean, if you believe I'm wrong, comment. Let's discuss everything so we can give our best to the fantasy. So see you tomorrow again, guys. Bye.